Okay. While we wait, I am ready. We'll keep it as short and interactive as possible.
Sure.
Yeah, Megha is here.
Okay, great.
And Sanam is here.
Sanam is
Yes.
here, yeah.
Okay. Hi, Megha. Hi, Sanam.
Hi.
Megha and Sanam, we are recording this session. I hope you're okay with that.
Yes.
Thumbs up? Okay, great. So I was in India last week for 10 days and there was a wedding. And we enjoyed so much, screamed so much that my throat is gone. But otherwise, I'm good to go. Okay, Ramadan Kareem to whoever is celebrating, whoever is fasting. So here we are gathered today to talk about sign language. And I'm a sign language trainer. So what this session is, we are trying to keep it as short and interactive as possible. It's going to be around 30-minute session. The first session, I want to talk about sign language and my vision. Why are we gathered over here? That is the first part. Then the second part comes as you as an organization. How can you promote sign language, or what's in it for you, or what are the things, or how can we collaborate? That is the second part. And then we'll have a Q&A. You can we just have an open round of discussion. You give me your inputs, that what you experienced so far and where you feel that sign language can be included in your curriculum or what we can do. Sounds good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can use thumbs up, so I know what's happening. You don't need to unmute yourself every time. Now I'm going to share.
The thumbs up language.
Huh.
So is it like a universal language to say okay in your sign language, or it's like just created by us?
It's just created by us. Good question. Now, it depends which part of the world you are. So, Indian subcontinent, thumbs up is good, is okay. Yeah. If you go to Japan, this means a male.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And
Yeah.
like let's say in the Arab world, this would be male, where boys tend to have short hair, and this would be girl, where girls have to have tend to have longer hair. Okay, so in some, and then one more funny or interesting thing. So here in the Arab world, we would use this, yeah? This means sabr or wait, patience. Okay? So this is a very polite thing for us, GCC country to do. But let's say if you go to Italy and if you do this, it is a swear. Like, if you go like this, it's like, I'll show you, that way.
Okay.
So, very polite gesture in one country can mean something very rude in another country.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So, that's the beauty of sign language. So, we'll be exploring that. We'll be talking about that. But thank you, Radhika, for the question. Okay. Hmm. Megha, since you unmute, can you confirm that you can see the screen? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Sign language. Whenever we hear this word, many things come to our mind. So there are some common questions that I'm trying to answer in this presentation. What is sign language? Who is it for? How are the signs formed? I'm sure you also would have at least one or two of these questions, which we already saw. Is there an universal sign language? Which language should we learn? What are the benefits of learning sign language? Let's start with sign language. So you would notice that I have not included Emirati Sign Language, American Sign Language, British Sign Language. I am just talking plain about sign language. using our hands, our facial expression, our body movements, our gestures, and the intensity. Like when we are doing one time and then we are doing like this. So the intensity of your movement can mean completely different things. So all this put together is what you get your sign language. So, sign language is a predefined set of hand gestures that are accompanied with appropriate intensity, facial expressions, and cultural understanding. So, if being from a certain part of the world, you would know, okay, what this means. Yeah. So, that cultural understanding is also very important, plays a very crucial part in sign language. Then, who uses sign language? So, generally, when we think of sign language, Radhika, what would come to your mind?
So, mostly to communicate with
Right.
people who don't have language.
Correct.
Yeah, it
Okay.
would be mostly for that.
Mostly for
Or
that.
maybe,
Hmm.
in an informal setup, like when somebody is across, maybe glass is separating us. If you have to do that, so then maybe
Correct.
they use the sign language as well.
Right. So people who do not have access to verbal language. So we think of deaf, hearing impaired, or our elderly, grandparents, parents who are losing their hearing probably. We think of that. And what Radhika said. So, hearing impaired community, this would be the first response for many. And that's why when you say, okay, tell some people, let's learn sign language, they're like, huh? But we don't know any deaf people. There is no deaf people in our house. Why should we learn sign language? So, this is where I want to change the thought process a little bit. How about you are in a concert? It's a crowded,
Yeah.
noisy place. You are in a lounge, you are in a restaurant, and you know where you have to go actually into the ears of the waiter and tell them what you want. But instead of that, if you could just sign three pani puri, one cola, one pizza. So you don't really have to go into their ears to tell them the order. Give your order. You can do it easily. Then, if you are a scuba diver person, you are a water baby, you are going underwater with your friends. And you look at the fishes over there and like, oh, this fish looks good. Oh, this octopus looks good. So if you could sign this, or who knows, you could have underwater therapy because now underwater childbirth is very common. People who have body, like physical impairment, they are being sent underwater diving to release their stress. So, very soon, I think we would have underwater verbal therapy where you can sign your worries away. Third, when your babies cry, for new parents, they don't know what they want. So, just imagine if the baby can just point at their stomach and say, I am hungry, or they can point at their mouth and say, I'm hungry, and then mom, dad, and then they want to do potty or susu or something. Children, babies from the age of 6 months can be trained in sign language. It would be such a bliss for the parents when you ask, what do you want, the child, and the child actually says, I want food or I want to sleep. Yeah. This is the other options of sign language. Or, like me, just being cool to know other language. I speak 6 languages and I love languages. So you can just flaunt, oh, I know sign language. Oh, I know German. Oh, I know this. So you can just be cool for the younger generation. Now comes the question, how are signs formed? Signs are visual representation of what we see around us. So, Sanam, just a minute, I see you. Okay. Sanam, if I were to tell you, sign, um, sorry, it's Ramzan, but I have to do it. If you had to sign food or eat, how would you show it with a gesture? Do not unmute, just show it with like this, yeah? Most of us would go this way because in our culture, we would eat with hands. Now, if you ask a Filipino colleague or community, they would go like this. So, is there fork and knife or there spoon and knife? Other one, Saira, I want you to guess this, the gesture that I'm doing. What does this look like?
Chops. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. You were
Chopstick.
excited, yeah. I get it. So this is chopstick. So this is your bowl and this is your chopstick. So your colleagues from Vietnam, Philippines, China, Japan, they would go like this. So whatever we see becomes your sign. Yeah. So with this logic, let's move to our next screen. Just a minute. I'm just playing around with the windows here. Okay. Now, spoon. So spoon, to sign spoon, most of us would hold it from the handle and go like this. We are either drinking a soup, eating an ice cream, or just scooping something. So this is the sign for spoon. Now this person, you see, that's it. And you have your sign for spoon. The sign for water, like you drink something, water, or you're holding a glass and you drink. So these are signs there are signs that you just see and you make them. Then there are signs like please, thank you, sorry, that we have to, each language or each country would have a different way of doing it. Now, this also answers your question, is there a universal sign language? Then I would say no. Because as we saw, the food, we all think that, oh, everybody goes like this, but no, we have one like this, and then one this way. So every country has its own unique sign language. When you tell the deaf people, they're like, no, our language is different. But me interacting with so many different people, and I have understood that the foundation is similar, is same. What you see, what you understand, is what you sign. And once you understand the context, now let me give you a context. This is a wave, a simple wave. Okay. Now I am entering and I say like this. So it is hi or hello. Now I finish the class and I'm going and then I go like this. So this is bye, goodbye, see you. So this is the context. In context, once the context is formed, is established that, okay, Megha, we are going to talk about shopping. Anything about shop. So if I go like this, you know, these are the bags. If I go like this, oh, I think this is universal money.
Yeah.
I think this is one sign which would go everywhere. Or, tapping credit cards. And also the signs, they keep evolving. Like what they had earlier they didn't have Instagram, they didn't have TikTok, they didn't have signs for YouTube. But as we are evolving, the signs are also evolving. So no one person can say, oh, we know all the signs. And no one person can say, I don't know anything. You always know something or the other. And certain cultures, we are very animated. We use a lot of our hands and expressions. So for example, the sign for sorry, okay? This is your A, and you go like this. Sorry. Now my facial expression. I look sorry, yeah, to you. And I'm like, when we were children and mom would say sorry to your brother or sister, you're like, sorry, So your expression would say if you are actually sorry or you're not sorry. Okay, so this is sign language. So this is where my idea is that I want sign language, and it's not only me. Even recently, we had Dubai communicates through sign language. There was a campaign that was conducted by Community Development Authority, CDA, okay, where they had the largest virtual class of Emirati Sign Language. So we are living in a country, I think all of you are in UAE. So we are living in a country where even the government is promoting sign language. So if we go into that stride and we just talk about sign language and promote sign language, it would be a nice and a cool thing to do. So this is the first part of the presentation. The second part, where I spoke to Radhika, where I came to the Sharjah branch and I spoke to Radhika, the idea was that, okay, before I proceed to that, Nuria, so far, how is it going? Good? Okay, thank you. This is a sign for thank you.
Thank
So you look entertained, you all look engaged. So that's a good thing. Like it's a new subject for you, but still you are entertained. Now, this is the part where what I want to do, I was going through your website of Manzil and I see that you are also DEI experts. Yeah. So under that, like how about doing workshops in different corporate companies or corporates or schools or whatever, where we have a 45 minutes module and we talk, just 45 minutes is enough. Someone just to, it's like a teaser or like a trailer. Anything more than that, even 45 minutes is the maximum. 30 minutes is my presentation, and 15 minutes, whoever is interested, later, they will come and talk to you. Like in the school also, when teacher is explaining everything after the class, like, Miss, what was this? Miss, what was this? So that 15 minutes is for those questions. But otherwise, 30 minutes, the workshop is completed. Now let me show you what I have prepared and what I have done in one of the universities. Yeah. Radhika, is clear the screen?
Yes, it is.
Yes, perfect. Thank
Yeah.
you. Okay, I'm just going to close this. I'm not going to look at you. Okay, so this is what I call it, the mini workshop. About me, I grew up with a deaf cousin. She's 3 years older to me. So when I was born, I was the baby of the house and she would take me everywhere. And that's how I believe that sign language was my first language. And then I started verbal language because I was constantly with her, and I'm sure, and she used to keep on doing things in front of me. And that's how I picked up sign language. You have things, you have treasure in your backyard, and it becomes trash because you're like, oh, re, ghar ki murgi dal barabar, like it's just there behind your. Same thing happened with me also with sign language. I was like, yeah, okay, I know it. But 2015, 17, that's when it became very trending, learning American Sign Language. So I went to a course, I went to an institute and I learned it, and I was like, oh wow, this is fun. And then later I got approached by the same institute, would you like to teach? And I was like, yeah, why not? So 2019 is when I started teaching sign language. And I enjoy teaching and I enjoy just talking to people. Okay, that's about me, the trainer. Then this is what the workshop is focused on. So introduce sign language to students, then taking up interpretation. So we can also prepare the next generation of interpreters, translators, etc. So young students in school, they can take this up as a profession. Yeah? Then combining ASL knowledge with their any choice of major. For example, a nutritionist or a gynac, they are studying what they are studying, but they know sign language, so they can also cater to deaf clients in the gym, deaf clients in the hospital, wherever. So just adding one language opens many doors for them, maybe the doors that they even didn't know existed. Then starts the workshop. In the workshop, something similar to what we did. Each country has its own language. And then I teach them a little bit about sign language, like which hand to use, where to keep your hand, etc. We do the alphabets. I'm not going to do the alphabets with you right now. Okay. Then there's a video. So after teaching the alphabets, I show them a video. These videos are available on YouTube. The links. Then we have some common greeting or phrases. These are the things that I teach. Hello, goodbye, name, nice to meet you, etc. So by end of this 30 minutes, they are able to introduce themselves and say basic things like yes, no, please, thank you, sorry. And they are very excited. The I love you part, this thing, okay, this sign is the favorite. Everybody ends with this. I'll explain to you what it is. Or probably you know it. Then I divide the people that the attendees into teams, and then they have to talk to themselves in sign language, and they tell them what's their name and where are they from. Some people are very fast, they would finish the entire introduction. Some people will just be stuck with their name. Depends on their individual capacity. Then there is a video which tells them about the deaf people. I will also share the link with you later. You could probably see it individually. And then towards the end, this is where I ask them questions and thoughts. And then thank yous and bye-byes that you can follow me on Instagram or LinkedIn. Now, this is something which if you say no, do not do it, I remove it. Someone doesn't mind, then I keep it. Yeah, there we go. So I would like to explain this sign to you. Okay, so the alphabets, this is I, this is L, and this is Y. Looks like a Y. So you put them together. This is I love you. Okay. So I love you you can do it in a romantic way also, but also, like when you're saying your friends, okay, bye, take care, love you, see you. So you can do this sign in a friendly setup also. So that's about it. Thank you so much for giving me your time. And now we have questions. We can take questions.
Vibha, you just took us through a very those slides, right? How much do you charge for that in a school setup?
How much would I charge? Do we want to record this? I'll stop the recording.
No, that's okay. Go ahead.
That's okay?
If you want
Okay.
to, I mean, we are okay with it. I just wanted to know. We are okay.
Sure. Okay. How much would I charge for that? The presentation, you mean?
Mhm.
Okay.
So this, you said it's a 45 minutes presentation in a school setup, right? That's what you've done with the university. So
Right.
if it's so, if we are to connect with some of the schools, no, or whatever it is, our first question would be what she will charge, how much it will be.
Correct. Yeah. So when I did this, what we had was, I was booked for 4 hours. And because it was a university, so we had different batches. Each batch, like 20 to 25 people, is comfortable. And I did this for 2 days. So both the days I had 4 hours. So when it is a 4 hours chunk, it is good money for me. If it's just 145 minutes chunk, then it is like, a little less. So for teaching, I get paid 200 per hour plus transport. Okay, that is one thing. Then when it comes to interpretation and all that, interpretation, that is a little bit higher because you're doing live interpretation. So that is somewhere between 500 to 600 per hour plus transport. So these are the market rates. Yeah.
Sure. Just wanted to double check.
Of course,
So,
of course. Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So yeah, that is like that is what is going on. But these are not the final figures. Like, we can of course see how it works long term, and if it is something for like for parents. Also, I have this thing where many parents are opting for cochlear implant. Now, that is their individual choice. My cousin never had a cochlear implant, and we had an amazing family life with her. Yeah, that is their choice. But also, I would like, I would want to talk to such parents and tell them, okay, you want to give your child cochlear implant, amazing. But also give them sign language. Sometimes they just want to remove the device and just want to talk. That would be make it easier for them, and also they would be part of the deaf community who relies on sign language. So for such kind of parents, and they are already scared, and raising a special need child in this part of the world is very expensive. So if you want to have like a workshop of less time, let's say 30 minutes, 1 hour, for these kind of people, I would also do it pro bono, like for free. But then I would want media coverage. Like I should be allowed to take photos and videos and all that, so I can post it on my LinkedIn and then I say, yeah. So it's either money or fame for me. You make me famous or you give me money.
Sure.
So these are the two things, yeah.
We'll keep in mind, because this might come back to you and we might ask few things from you. That I will take a separate call with you. For now, for the team, do you have anything else that like we
Yeah.
face with a couple of students that we want to, because the question, yes,
So
Radhika, go ahead.
the main thing that I wanted to know was, so in our career, in this career for special needs and special education, we come across a lot of different sign languages. Say, for example, Makaton, ASL, Universal. So which one do we pick and choose? Like, which one is more effective or more universal or understood throughout the world? Also, universally, the hearing impaired community, right? So what is the language that they learn? So that it should be two ways. Communication has to be two ways. If I am showing some sign to Nuria, she should also be able to understand it. So that is very important. So both are, have to be trained. So I want to know what is that one universal thing, where the hearing impaired community is trained on.
Okay, thank you, Radhika, for the question.
Yeah.
So, first thing is ASL American Sign Language is equivalent to the English of the deaf community. All of
Okay.
us might be speaking different languages, but English is connecting us now. So,
Right.
ASL is equivalent to that. Why? Thanks to YouTube. When you go to YouTube, sign language, the first 5 videos that pop up are American Sign Language.
Yeah.
And they are good at branding. McDonald's, Pizza Hut, KFC, all this is American. So,
Hmm.
American Sign Language. That is one part of the answer. Second, there are exhibitions, there are deaf expos, there are deaf nation people where people from different countries come together. So there they will have international sign language.
Okay.
International sign language, again, not everyone would understand that. Similarly, as not everyone would understand English.
Mhm.
If they do not have exposure to English, they don't understand. So, again, deaf people also, not all of them will understand international sign language. But important communication, news, announcements, all these things are done in international sign language.
So
Yeah.
is there a lot of difference between the two, ASL and International Sign Language?
If you ask those people, they will say yes. They say, oh,
Mhm.
there is a lot of difference. But me, because I've been exposed to so many languages, I feel somehow, example I'll give you. This is F and this goes family. Okay, in ASL, this is family. Recently, I attended that Emirati sign language. So, family in Arabic means usra. I just learned it from there. Okay, I don't know. So, this is usra. So they took the, and this is alif in, no, yeah, this is alif in Arabic, and this is ba, ta, sa, the dots. So whoever speaks Arabic and knows those dots, yeah. So then this, what they did is they took a, alif, and then they made a circle. So you are all connected. Family is a circle. So usra. So that's how it happened. And then if you go like this, mustache. So you would understand female, sorry, male, sorry. Mustache, yeah. So these kind of things, once you get into it, you understand, then it's not difficult to. So I know two deaf people, one is from Pakistan and one is from Russia. So this Pakistan person was like, my friend from Russia is coming. And then I asked him, how do you understand each other? He's like, in the beginning, we have to establish the signs that this is this, this is this. So like the first 10-15 minutes, they do that and then they understand each other. So there is no. The question was, Radhika, was good, but I don't have a definite, concrete answer to it. But all I can give you is this understanding. And deaf people in general, they are very receptive because they have to rely so much on their eyes, and their comprehension is like much attuned to that. So they will see a sign, they will see your expression, everything, and they are very good drivers also, by the way, because
Mhm.
visually they are very receptive. So they understand. I hope that
Okay.
answers the question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Radhika,
you.
they say, I'm just adding to what she said. Remember,
Mhm.
one of our employee, the candidate came in for a couple of months.
Yes.
He uses Nepali language, Nepali sign language. So the
Oh,
first day he
really?
came in, he was teaching maths, English back home in Nepal, and
Oh,
he uses Nepali language. So when he came in, because I've been through this Makaton for a while, okay,
yes.
so I've not practiced it, but
Mhm.
when he came in, he said, we asked him, can you teach Nepali sign language. He said, I know only Nepali language. I don't know. So I don't know anything about Nepali language. But as she said, couple of days after, eating means this, you know,
Oh,
good morning means this, you know, thank
Salam.
you or
Yeah.
bye means that. So by the first month, we could understand what he's saying.
yes,
So
yes,
I
yes,
think
yes. Huh.
in general, it will. I mean, there is very basic stuff that we have to understand, and
You
then
can
that's
understand and use
yeah,
that for
yes,
communication.
yes.
Hmm.
Because Vibha, actually, the reason we wanted to see this line language is that most of our students, okay, those who are in this deaf and mute community or hearing impairment community, they're using their different methods, phones, etc., etc. I have a student who doesn't even sign. He doesn't want to sign.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but the question was, when we had the younger ones who are coming into the center who doesn't know how to read and write, that's when we said, okay, as a general thing, we need to know some kind of, you know, signs for us to understand those students. Maybe they're not signing, but we can teach, or we can get someone to teach those young ones as at least basics, so that if behaviors go, you know, off the roof, saying that, okay, I don't know how to communicate, I scream and scream and scream. And
Right.
that helps, right, Radhika?
Yeah, yeah. At least the basics. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
So you have taught the younger ones, younger students, language? No.
Funnily, funnily, all my students so far have. So since 2019 till now, I have had only two people who were actually deaf. Rest all of them are hearing like us.
Ah, okay.
Okay, and they have been learning sign language. But my friend's son, when he was 2 years old, I introduced him to sign language. So I started teaching the alphabets to him. And then lately I taught him please, thank you, sorry. So because he knows me and on and off, whenever I go, I like, okay, you have to learn this, you have to learn this now. So that's what I've done. But having a class full of people and it would be something new, but I can't say I have done it. I think I will adapt to it, but yeah, but I've not
But
done it.
you teach ABC at the beginning for the younger ones.
For the younger ones, I think I would not start with ABCD. I would start with the objects. I would start
Fast.
make it more fun for them. And what is actually needed for a communication, like food, toilet, milk, mom, dad, things like that. I would start with that, and ABCD would come later.
So let's say, mom, how do you say mom?
So
Give
this
us
is
some basics.
yeah, sure,
I
sure,
know
of
I've
course,
taken yeah.
yeah. No, I am okay. I thought because you people have to finish work and all that, I am okay. Okay. So this is mom. Your cheek part. This is all female. Your forehead is male. So now we are focusing on American Sign Language. Yeah. So whenever I'm teaching all this, this is American Sign Language. So this will be mom, this will be dad. So you need mom, dad right now. And then this is milk. So when you're milking the cow, that's how the sign was formed, milk. Then let's say you want more. So baby is hungry, more. Or you are teaching the child to color and they stopped and you're like, no, you have to do more, more, more. Come on, like more. And then signs like, come on, you can do it, go ahead. That these signs. Then thank you. So thank you, all of you. Your fingertips. Okay. Now, which hand to use? Raise the hand that you write with, everyone. Sanam. Ah, okay. All of you right-handed. Yeah.
Yes.
I am left-handed. So I am your mirror view. Whatever I do, you can copy because it's going to be the same hand. At least in
Yeah,
real
because
life,
that's
it
what I
is.
noticed.
Ah,
That's what I noticed. You've been using your left hand. So I was thinking, like, are we supposed to use the left hand or the right hand? Okay. All right. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I read your mind.
Yeah.
So the hand that you write with is your active hand. The
Yeah.
other hand becomes your passive hand. Okay. So when you have a teacher with you, the active and passive does not make so much difference because you're just copying them. But let's say after this session, you're like, oh wow, this was good. I want to do some self-study. So you go to YouTube, Google, whatever, and then you see over there, put your active hand on your passive shoulder and drag it towards your active shoulder. Then you are lost. You don't know what to do. So that's what we do right now. So active hand for me left, I put it on my shoulder, passive shoulder, which is right, and I slide it this way. This is and, the sign for and. You and me. Okay? Or I want bread and butter. Something like that. Okay? So and. This is a sign for and. That's why you need your active side and passive side. Then the other question. Nuria, let me know when to stop, okay? I will go on. The other question is signing window. Your signing window is from your neck down till your waist, your torso. Okay? If your hand is very high, this starts hurting. If your hand is very low, the other person can't see. So in this window, if you keep your hands here, it is easy to see for the other person. So that's your signing window. When you're signing the alphabets, then it'll be like A, B, C, D. Not very high, not very low. And then most of them like four. Sorry, more. Okay. And then exceptions would be mom, dad, where I said that some parts, some signs have to be in specific parts of the body. But rest, all of them will be here. Like asking questions. Where are you going? Now, this is also universal. Shrugging your shoulders, it's a question. But for this is what? This is who, when, which. All of them has different questions, different signs. But if you just want to, like in context, you will understand if it's a what, it's a when, it's a which, whatever. Just shrug your shoulders, like, I don't know. Or what do you want? Okay. Or as Nuria said, raising your eyebrows. Okay. So this is cultural understanding. Now we all are from that part of the world where we are very pretty much expressive. But when you go to Vietnam and you ask them, are you enjoying? They're like, yes. And I'm like, are you sure? Yes, we are enjoying. I was like, okay. My very expressive mind is not able to comprehend that you're enjoying it. Yeah? So in those part of the world, you would need special signs for them to be understood. Okay. Then your feelings are here. This is happy. Okay, so happy birthday to you, for example. Happy birthday to you. Happy. So you have mom, dad. Thank you. Oh yeah, I was teaching you thank you and I went somewhere else. So thank you with your active hand. Fingertips on your chin and you bring it down. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Please, palm outstretched on your heart. Please. Again, you can be sarcastic like, ha, please. Or please. Sorry, A hand shape. Sorry. I think, yeah. When you watch the video, then you can do revision. Yes. Any more questions?
Ladies,
Mega?
any questions?
Mega, all good? Did you enjoy? Are you happy? Yay! This is applause because the deaf people can't hear, so it has to be
Right.
visual.
Yeah. We've
This I
seen this in
think,
the videos very often.
yeah, you do this often. Like, yay!
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nuria, what next?
Ladies, anything else from her? Because she's given us more than what we wanted to. And then we'll get in touch with for the other things. But
Yes.
thank you so much, Vibha. That's lovely. And I'm sure my team enjoyed. And then they will use, right? What do you say? Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy,
Yeah.
happy. And
Yay! Good
yes,
students.
Thank
I'll
you.
share the link, the recording with you latest by
that would be
tomorrow.
really good.
I'll share the
Sure, sure.
link.
Thank
Okay,
you so much,
cool.
Vibha. Thank
Thank you
you.
so
Okay.
Take
Thanks
care.
a
much.
lot,
Bye
Vibha. Thank
bye.
you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Bye.